As much as I want the new AirPods 3 to be good, they're not. It honestly feels like Apple ran out of ideas for their new headphones and just decided to add features that are either useless or don't work properly. And this is coming from someone who has been using AirPods since the very first generation. I still have the first gen Pros, the second gen, and now the latest one. For me, AirPods have always been like a reliable multi-tool. Need to hop on a Zoom call? AirPods. Phone call? AirPods. Podcasts, music, workouts, always AirPods. It's the one gadget besides my phone that I never leave the house without. And they have never disappointed me. The connection between my devices was always smooth, the battery lasted a couple of days, and they were surprisingly durable. I can't even count how many times they have fallen during bike rides. And here you can see the dents and scratches, but they just kept working like nothing happened. I usually replace them every year and a half, not because they break, but because the battery starts to degrade. And given that I use them daily for hours, that's totally fair. So when Apple announced the new version, I pre-ordered them immediately. But when I got them, my first impression was, this has to be a joke. If I hadn't picked them up from an official Apple store myself, I would have thought they were fake. But let's go through everything step by step. First, the fit. Apple changed the fit. I have never had issues with in-ear headphones. AirPods have always sat comfortably in my ears. But these new ones feel alien. At first I thought it was just a matter of getting used to, but after 2 months I still get this unpleasant pressure that makes me reach for my second gen AirPods instead. I even tried smaller ear tips. It helped a bit, but the problem is still there. Second, the heart rate sensor. And this one really confuses me. I'm doing running, cycling and swimming on a weekly basis. And on paper, this feature should be perfect. I already use my AirPods during trainings, so why not measure heart rate too, right? Wrong. You see, if you are into sports, you already have a device that tracks heart rate. Every smartwatch, even the cheap ones, can do that. And if you are serious about training, you probably use a chest strap for accuracy. Now, extra functionality isn't bad by itself. You might think, okay, maybe it's handy if I forget my watch. But not really. Apple being Apple. They don't let you share heart rate data from AirPods with third-party apps or devices. So unless you are using Apple's own fitness app, that data is useless. And unlike the Apple Watch, the AirPods can't share heart rate data with gym equipment, nor can they warn you if something is wrong with your health. To make it worse, you can't even check your heart rate whenever you want. It only records during workouts started in the fitness app. So what's the point? Honestly, it feels like the feature exists just to make a nice bullet point on Apple's marketing slides. To be fair though, when it does work, the readings are actually comparable with my Garmin watches and a dedicated chest strap. Third, live translation. This one looked amazing in Apple's presentation, and I was genuinely excited to try it, especially since I travel a lot. So I put in the AirPods, squeezed both stems, and nothing. Tried again? Nothing. Restarted my phone? Still nothing. After some searching online, I found out this feature isn't available in Europe. One of the main things Apple bragged about during the launch doesn't even work here. And I get it. Different regions, regulations, whatever. But come on, Apple. You're one of the richest companies in the world. Either make it work or at least show a message saying it's not available in your region. That would have saved a lot of frustration. And funny enough, while I was in the United States, the feature suddenly worked. Which means that even if the function is working for you now, once you go to Europe, it will stop working. To be fair, there are some nice improvements. Noise cancellation, for example. It is noticeably better, especially on planes. The jump from the second generation to the third is clear. And the battery and charging have also improved. The new AirPods charge only up to 80% by default, which helps preserve long-term battery health. And since I use mine daily, battery degradations has always been the main reason why I changed my headphones. So this actually matters. The sound quality has been slightly tweaked too. The soundstage feels a bit wider, but it's not dramatic difference. If you love the second-gen sound profile, this might take a little while to get used to. Apple also replaced the physical pairing button with a touch sensor. Now you double tap the case to pair a new device. Not a big deal, but worth noting. And of course, no cable in the box. Welcome to the new reality. They did add the latest U2 chip, supposedly to make Find My tracking smoother. Honestly, I haven't noticed much difference there either. So, would I buy them again? No. Not because the features are useless or buggy, although some of them are, but simply because the new fit is uncomfortable for me. I think Apple took the wrong direction here. The AirPods Pro 2 were already fantastic. All they needed was better battery life and improved noise cancellation. Instead, they added features most people won't use or can't even access. They improvised, and that led to a lot of disappointment. This is a good example when less is more. And as for myself, I'll be hunting down a new pair of AirPods 2 and sticking with them. Now you know a bit more and you can make a more informed decision. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!